The season's still just getting started. We're off in week 3. He's going to field this at the 2. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
You know, kid, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
They send the tight end in motion left. Here's 2nd and 7. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Putting the tight end in motion. Here he is on 3rd and long. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he got this close to midfield before going out. 3rd and 18 kills most drives, right? But they find an opening and hit it to pick up the 1st.
Let's go.
They'll throw it. Has it downfield, working the left. He's got it in the red zone. They get 35 out of that one. And it'll be 1st down, Colts.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. Working inside the red zone. Hits him on the out route. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
At the Cowboys 12-yard line.
They'll throw it again. On the move, headed right. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. Setting up a throw. Gets out of trouble. Forced out to his right. And he's to the 5 before going out of bounds. It's a 6-yard gain. That sets up 1st and goal.
Here we go, set. Go.
They'll try and punch it in. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut. 2nd down. Offense in the hurry up here. Back to him on 2nd and goal. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
A 3-yard loss on the play. It's 3rd and goal.
Didn't get that one off in time. This is going to be a delay of game. A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. So now from a bit further back, here's 3rd and goal.
Come on, set.
The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. So now, here's 3rd and goal.
Ready? Trap 60, trap 60. Check go.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. So now, they're left with 4th and goal.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
A 29-yard attempt.
Amendola able to put it through. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. And he... badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Blown back, gets the handoff. And he's going to be at midfield now as he gets out of bounds. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Back-to-back carries here. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a 1st down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Now they'll throw out of the gun. That one finds Xavier Worthy. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure...
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense up to the line fast. They just get the play off. He finds the rookie from Ohio State. So that connection for a 1st will bring us to the end of the 1st. Just 3-0 is our score. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Lucas Oil Stadium after this. Second quarter all set to begin, and it'll be Cowboys football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Hauled in by Worthy. And he will take this in. Touchdown! The Cowboys finish off their opening drive. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
That's up and through for the point after. And the Cowboys one up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive. The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Go! Warriors 70. Ready?
They'll come out throwing. Has a man. It's Brooks. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Second and 6 now. That's complete. Here's Brooks. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They send the tight end in motion. Dumps it off to his running back. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it's good for an Indianapolis 1st down.
Let's go.
Man in motion, headed right. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. Yeah, it's just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Throw on 3rd down. He'll get this one to Brooks. And they hit him right after he made that catch. That's going to deny him the 1st. It's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
60 Bobcat. Ready?
Throwing with a blitz on the way. Throw is caught by the back. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. Play action on 1st down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him.
You're going to go play action, Kate. You've got to sell, sell, sell. If you don't convince that defense you're running it, or if it's a situation where you never run the ball, you really do leave your quarterback dead in the water, vulnerable against a defense who will storm right past that fake and right into that pocket.
And he's going to be marked down 5 yards short of that 1st. Working quickly here.
That's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and 5.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Ready? 19 Lion. 18 Pioneer. Warriors 70.
Pass play the call on 4th down. He's got it to his running back. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
19 sack. Buffalo 18. 18 Rattlers. Take over.
First down from the red zone. Dump off caught by his back. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can you get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Indy. It's the Colts facing 2nd and 10.
Mustang 19. Here we go. Go, Chap.
Motioning the tight end now. That one's incomplete in the end zone.
It is such a weapon offensively when you've got a big tight end that can stretch the field vertically. Not a lot of DBs have the size to cover him. They tried to get it to him in that spot where he could win it, but unfortunately, no connection to be made.
To the air, 3rd and long. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Amendola able to put it through. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Chap 60.
They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Completed over the middle. Oh, he lost the football. And it's a turnover. The defense has it. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
60 Maverick. 60 Bobcat.
They've got a man in motion. Throwing now, following the turnover. Buys time, rolling right. He wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains. All right, set now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Colts operating from the hurry-up, rushing back to the line.
A loss of 4 brings up 2nd and 14.
Another try following the sack. He's on the move. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10.
Go! Seven Pirates.
Now looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. This offense in position now. It's first and goal.
Tag. 19 Lion, 18 Pioneer. Check go.
From the red zone now. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts take the lead just before halftime. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Now the Colts leaving the offense out there. They're going to try for two.
Let's
The
go.
Colts will line up for the two-point conversion.
And he's got a man. Complete. And he reaches the end zone, so they'll be up to a 7-point lead. Bass now to kick this away. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. Only 17 seconds left for him as they begin this drive. Throwing from the gun here. It is caught left side. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 39. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they're going to be down close to the 35 as he goes out. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
Back to 60. Back to 60. Come on. Set. Put.
Back now, pressure on its way. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Bass now to kick this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback.
Ready.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Motion man sent left. Here's 2nd and 11. Escapes the pocket. That one's complete, right side. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win. There aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
That's intercepted near the sideline. Picked off by Quinion Mitchell. And the Colts take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
Got it. Ready?
So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. 70 range. 70 range. Ready?
They'll throw to begin this drive. Has a man, it's Brooks. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. The dose of the hurry-up offense here.
2nd and 6 at the 47-yard line.
Go.
2nd and 6 now. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. Throwing from the gun. And he will score! Touchdown, Indianapolis! The Colts push their lead further to start the half. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Tyler Bass on now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Colts drive their lead to 11. Bass now to kick this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Caught, nice gain left side. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to cross midfield before going out.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Now they'll throw out of the gun. On target to Worthy. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. Offense in the hurry up here. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to take this only to about the 31. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
2nd and 8. And oh, he drops makes it. He had all the space in the world. Brock, he got behind the defense, and he just looked away before he brought it in. A big missed opportunity. No luck finding his receiver that time. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Pass play coming here. Catch made underneath by the back. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the first.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Quick throw right side. He makes it in for the touchdown. The Cowboys shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
The Cowboys offense remains on the field. They're going to line up and go for 2 here.
Let's go. Go.
And the conversion is no good as that pass falls incomplete. So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. He fields it from the 8. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. And holding penalty is going to make 1st down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out. He's dropping back to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Here we go, 2nd and very long. Trying for the deep ball. They connect on the deep shot. And he takes it in for the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts hold an 11-point advantage. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Extra point up and good from Bass. And the Colts push the lead up to 12. Bass now to kick this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
19 tight. 19 tight. Ready? Hup.
Throwing it to start this drive. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. This one misses the tight end. And now it's second down. He'll look to throw. Short pass brought in. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Let's go now.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Back to 60. 79 Broncos. Let's make 19.
Tight end in motion right. Takes the handoff, now to throw. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
We call play action. Would have been better to actually give it to him on a carry right there, Kate. The front was fooled for about a split second, if that. And that play call ended up working in their favor as it leads to a sack.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Begins his return at the 16. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. It's a 61-yard punt that time. And the Colts will take over. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Bring it. Ready?
Hand off to the back. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Colts. 3 quarters in the books from this one. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th.
Okay, ready?
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line.
Shut up. Go.
Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And this is going to be a short carry that just reaches the 40. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, that's a tough one because you could see the beginnings of what looked like an explosive play. But let's give some credit here, Kate, to the defense. A great job to bottle them up before it came to fruition.
70 range. 70 range. Head the street. Head the street.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Go. Take over.
Throwing now from the gun. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. Tempting to perhaps take the yards and run 3rd down again, partner, but they decline it. That's going to bring up 4th down. Offense staying on the field. This is 4th down.
Set. Chop 60. Chop 60. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Hurt.
Here's a throw. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. One of their best play calls of this game, Brock. Nets them 17 yards on 4th down and gets them the first. They are throwing it again. Cut out left. He has room past the 25. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Kate, that play's so indicative of why tight ends in this league have become just an X factor. Right, they're big, they can block at the line of scrimmage, but the elite guys, well, they've got that speed, and they can take something short and make a difference with it down the field.
Working inside the red zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts have likely locked up the win right there. Pass on for the extra point. And the extra point is up, and it is good. And the Colts go up by 19. Bass now to kick this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Deep down the right sideline, it's his running back making the catch. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. First down from the red zone. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, the pressure, boy, that sped that whole play up, and it opened up a wide range of outcomes. A hurried throw almost ended up an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Here we go, set. Go.
Looking to the air here. Caught near the pylon. And he pushes all the way to the goal line, but gonna be out at the 1. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
Set.
Right up the gut. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Now from the 6 after that last play. Here's 2nd and goal. Quick pass, right side, complete. He has the touchdown. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, Kate. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
He's throwing for it. And he's in for 2. So the progress is being made. The lead drops down now to 11.
Cowboys 24.
They recognize the situation they're in now. After that score, they're going to try to get it right back. kick. Well, kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Brock.
And what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold could end up becoming a play that finally sinks them, though.
Yeah, it's time for desperation. Without a defensive stop here, it's really hard to lay out the scenarios for much success. Every second matters now when you don't come up with that onside kick.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
You know what that felt like to me, Kate? That felt like a little bit of overthinking, where he was just waiting for the perfect lane and the breakaway run. But against defenses in this league, you hesitate, you get tackled for a loss.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. They send a man in motion. Throwing on second and real long here. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. Looking for the back that time. So they're left facing third and long.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here.
19 Lions. Ready? 18 Pioneer. Warrior 70.
They're just going to let the clock run out and take this delay. Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. Backed up now after the penalty. It's third down.
19 tight. Shut up. Buffalo 18.
They motion the tight end over. Here he is on third and long. Cut for big yards on the right side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
18 run. 18 run. Ready?
They're going play action. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. And he makes the heads go. It's a touchdown on the pick six. Went to the oh well one too many times, Brock, and this time the defense was ready for it.
Now, you make as many catches as he has in this game, you're going to attract some extra attention. They knew it was probably going his way in the near future, and they had somebody there waiting for it that time.
So a big play for the Cowboys here as they line up for two.
Track 60. 79 Broncos. Go.
Throwing from the gun. What a crunch play late. He intercepts it. Oh, I love seeing this, Brock. They got surprised with the pick six, but they made absolutely sure there would not be another two added on.
Yeah, kind of the epitome of sudden change, especially on such short notice. Not a lot of time to get prepped on that sideline to get out there to defend the two-point play, but they did their job and limited the damage that came from that interception.
Now this could be the game right here. Down a score, they need to get this ball back. Oh, the Cowboys are saying they have it, and it looks like they do! Timing's so important for a team to recover its own onside kick, but jumped the gun there before it went 10 yards, and that drew the flag.
Alert! Alert! Hut, hut.
Give now to the running back. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Indy. Colts leading by 5. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Set, go.
Back to the well again. And he's brought down for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
And they'll let the clock run all the way down and expire. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call is going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap.
Ready.
Penalty not helping their cause for this 3rd down.
Let's go. Get up.
Setting up to pass. Completed to his running back. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Well, most drives should end right there, but they beat the defense and convert on 3rd and 17.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they bring him down at the 25-yard line after surrendering some good yardage. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. 2nd and 3 now.
Here we go. Set. Hey, check that. Street. 70 range. 70 range. Trap 60.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Come on. Set.
Looking to throw. Throw left side, complete. And that should just about do it, folks. They take it in for the touchdown, and that should lock up this win. So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts them up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
That one right down the middle. And the Colts push the lead up to 12. Bass now to kick this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. First and 10 now from the 30. Ooh, a little movement along the line there. That's going to cost the defense 5 yards. He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early. Now talk about a golden opportunity at an immediate first down following that encroachment flag. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Try and push it deep downfield. He's got it at the 30. They're going to move the chains after a big play, 39 yards.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Let's go now.
They go play action on first. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Picked off by Quinyon Mitchell. And the Colts take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Well, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six. Yeah, it stinks for the offense, but that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So that brings up 2nd down.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, they want to stay on script. Well, a defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack like that, creating 3rd and extra longs, it's exactly how you get it.
They connect on the deep shot. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. And the Cowboys make one of their best plays at the end, coming up with the interception on our final snap of the game. So the Colts get the win at home inside of Lucas Oil. And they're continuing to survive among the final remaining unbeaten teams across the NFL, as they're now up to a 3-0 start.
seen real bronze since C9. I ain't seen real. I ain't ain't seen real problems since stripping off grades. I just be making up different reasons for my nieces. For my day, I pick enough to keep it up, but ain't no thing straight, cause ain't no reason for this money to stay. Like, what you want? What you want? I got Jesus giving money, what you want? I've been sitting and pitching this for a reason to cry. So I'ma say, yeah, I love you, but keep a look on my eye. Cause I can never really want you unless it's money or prize. So when I say I really love you, boy, just know it's a lie. Like, I ain't mean it. I ain't mean it. I just need another reason for a sequence. Another bag, another season, another description, another feeling. Boy, God, I gave him a lot, but I keep.
Homie got a pump cause he got no. Homie say